Taylor Swift really brought that much money to the NFL?
Yeah.
She really did.
She moved the needle. Because she brought a different demographic.
And I think she's raised the chief evaluation up of the team by being there. Look, she's the biggest star in the world. Even if I don't listen to her music at all, I'm a Swiftie.
So watch these former NFL players reveal just how much impact and money Taylor brought to the sport in 2024.
Taylor Swift actually really brought that many people to watching football, or is that just complete?
Almost $400 million to the NFL. That she
Taylor
brought.
Swift.
Yeah, almost $400 million in advertisement budget.
Really? $400 million.
Almost $400 million that she's brought by being a part of the NFL. And I think she's raised the chief evaluation up of the team by being there. Look, she's the biggest star in the world. Even if I don't listen to her music at all, I'm a Swiftie, right?
Yeah, because
you know, because at that point you have a mega superstar also dating a Hall of Fame tight end. That doesn't happen too often. Correct. So the NFL is smart about it, regardless of what anybody says, that having her there. And by the way, she's only been on camera for the max 20 seconds ever.
I know. People lose it.
20 seconds.
But they're talking about it.
Yeah.
The marketers love it. The ad guys love it. Taylor Swift really brought that much money to the NFL?
Yeah.
She really did.
She moved the needle. Because she brought a different demographic. 13 to 18-year-old girls didn't know anything about football, but Taylor Swift likes it. Daddy, take me. Daddy, I want a jersey. Daddy, I want to go to the game. Daddy, let's watch football. So they're bringing a different demographic, a different set of eyes, a different revenue stream. And so that's what the NFL is about. And they make it seem like they show more of Taylor Swift than they do the game. Bro, she's only up there for like 10 seconds. Come on now.
Correct.
And they've always, I mean, the guy that has the big belly and it is freezing cold and he's got the team logo paint, they show him 3 or 4 times a game. I think they're fine with Taylor Swift.
No, I think so. But I'm just that amount of money and move the needle that much.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. She is like just so talented. It's ridiculous. Not only as a singer, a songwriter, production-wise, like she's so involved in every facet of it. And you know, when I think of like the big names and music that have sustained over such a long time, the way she has, I mean, it feels like all of them kind of get to that. Like, I think like she's at that like Bruce Springsteen like type.
Oh, I
like,
think she's past that.
I'm not saying like.
Here's where I think she is. This is just me. I didn't live through a lot of this. No, I'm not.
The boss.
I'm not knocking the boss. Here's my opinion. Okay, I'm going 60, 70 years.
Yeah.
John Lennon and McCartney.
Yeah.
Elvis, Michael Jackson, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Sinatra.
I think she's probably above them.
You figure out your order, but to me, like, that's your 5 or 6. Like, she's there.
Yeah. And, again,
maybe Mick Jagger. Like, that's the list.
And I think what's so impressive about her is that it's so self-controlled. Like, she's so involved in all of it. Like, I think that a lot of these guys, again, they were great artists, and that's what the profession is. But when you can be the great artist as well as the great business manager, as well as the great like producer, and like when you wear all of those hats, it's just remarkable to me that you can do all that.
I think one of the things that we have to kind of do is step away from this idea that Taylor Swift is not as powerful as she actually is, and therefore probably is a massive, terrorist threat magnet. She has probably as much sway as a head of state. I mean, her following, her audiences, her crowd, her influence is the equivalent of being a head of state. So I don't think it's just sort of, I mean, if you look at the papers, what's really been sort of funny for me is that they show her in her most spanglied, starry bikini outfits, which is obviously how she performs, and then says, Starmer goes for a Swiftie with Swift, or, a sort of 10-minute chat, as if there's something sort of really lewd, as if he was sort of going backstage to sort of catch her in her bikini. And maybe that's me sort of over-interpreting. That's just kind of how I saw those pictures. But I don't think it's that odd for Keir Starmer to be meeting Taylor Swift when she comes to this country. Just like I wouldn't think it was odd to meet Bill Gates or Elon Musk. And I wonder whether there's also this edge of misogyny. It's like she's just a pop star. Honestly, she isn't just a pop star. She's probably the most influential woman in the world. I think it'd be slightly odd if your Prime Minister wasn't actually encountering the person who was coming to do their tour at Wembley and generating billions and billions for the economy as she was doing it, right?
And also, I mean, you could argue that it was sort of slightly demeaning for the Prime Minister to be doing it on her turf. It would have been perfectly normal for Keir Starmer to have said, Taylor Swift is in town. She's an extraordinary worldwide phenomenon and has a political voice in America, which she is using. It wouldn't have been unusual or exceptional. It would have seemed to me for him to invite her to number 10 Downing Street and have a cup of coffee or whatever. Yeah. That is what Prime Ministers do. They meet with world leaders. They meet with kind of leading figures from culture and art.
So I think we can all agree that 2024 was definitely the year of Taylor Swift. And no one can tell me different, because we can see it in the impact that she had in the world through both the Eras Tour and the NFL, and how both of those things brought people from all walks of life together in a positive way, while also shifting the dynamics, which should be celebrated. And speaking of the Eras Tour, check out her biggest announcements that happen at every show in this next video.